Hey guys, I'm David Brian Smith, America's Gentleman Hypnotist, and also AV Dave. Was very active in the audiovisual industry, and I was out here cleaning up the garage and doing some stuff with some cables, and just realized as I saw one of my people that I work with at church roll up a cable like this, or worse, like this. So it was just like one big loop, and they were having a really hard time. So this is a small video on how to do an over-under type of wrap. Now, when I mean over-under, I mean it goes over, and then the wire goes under. It goes over, and then it goes under. Why would you want to do this? Well, this way, instead of making it a loop, it actually makes it a figure eight. Right? And if you hold on to one end, the other end completely unravels. So it's a tangle-free way to do your cables. And it's very, very important for microphone cables and things like that you want to lay flat. If you roll them like this in a loop, they're going to get a spiral in them like this, and they will be a spiral all throughout the cable's history, all throughout its life. So you don't want to do that. You want to do an over-under like so that the cable remains stretched and free. Right? This is especially important on large cables like big camera cables or snakes or something like that will actually lie coiled. If you coil a wire, it becomes what's known in the electrical industry as an inductor. That's an electrical component. They use them in crossovers, they use them in all kinds of things. It is a coil of wire, and it has a specific effect on audio, something that you really don't want unless you're looking for an inductor and a capacitor to use inside of a crossover in a tuned circuit is what you want to do. So to do this, I'm going to get really, really close so that you can just see exactly what I'm doing. You take one hand over, and the other, instead of going the same direction, you flip it like so. So you go over and flip under. Over and under. And when you do it in this way, no matter how big the cable gets, as soon as you want, it will come and stretch completely out into a perfect flat cable. It has no memory of being wound into a circle so that it is a corkscrew like this one is. Right? So I'll show you this again. Over, under, over, under. And this is not a microphone cable. This is actually a plenum rated, which means it has a Teflon coated jacket to it, video cable. This is a 5-wire high-def video cable that is actually for sale on eBay if you want. It's 100 feet, plenum rated. It costs a buttload of money. You can get it on eBay now if you like. Over, under, and you just keep doing that. Now, if you have something that's weird, right, the cable has been warped and not wanting to lay flat, go with the direction that the cable is wanting to go, and then try the next one is under. For instance, if this one is not wanting to go, straighten it if you can, and let it do its work. Let it go where it wants to go. I'm going to show you this up close so that you can see it. Over, under, over, under. And you'll notice that the coil is nice and tight. It's exactly where I want it to be. And it doesn't matter exactly how long this is. And you can do it once you get the hang of it really, really quickly. Over, under, over, under, over, under. Really close again. Over, under, over, under, just like that. So that's how you wrap audio cables. One thing to remember about this over-under wrap, this is the only thing that can happen to you that is a detriment. If, for instance, one end of the cable goes through the coil and you pull it out the other side and don't unravel it the way it was rolled, each one of these coils, because it's over-under, will turn into a knot. So refrain from doing it that way, and remember when you're undoing the cable to make sure you're actually on the end that is unraveling. Right? You do not want to have the end go through the coil, which a lot of times we'll tie them off and then we're not quite sure exactly which end to deal with. So be very, very, very careful with that. And make sure, for instance, if I'm doing from this end, this is the side that I want. If I want to pull this end of the cable, that's the side I want them to all spool out from. I do not want it to go through the coil, or else you will get knots. Otherwise, you'll have perfect cables each and every time. Thanks for watching, YouTube. A little sweaty on there.